$1 million is how much we can earn every single hour in passive income. And in today's video, we're going to be doing just that on this new episode of Billionaire's Beginnings. So we, the GTA Online community, got really lucky this week because Rockstar released one of the best money bonuses we've seen in possibly years. They made MC businesses double money. And not only that, they also doubled the production speed for the MC businesses, making it essentially quadruple money this week, which is mind-blowing. Now, of course, in this series so far, we haven't spent too much time on these businesses because they just haven't been really worth our time. But this week, they most certainly are, and we are going to be going through each business and making as much money as we possibly can. So of course, there are 5 different businesses in total, but the 4 that I'm focusing my time on this week, and I have to change the name slightly for monetization purposes, is the Coca-Cola Lockup, the Blue Stuff Lab, the Grass Farm, and the Counterfeit Cash Factory. But of course, there needs to be a reason for making all this money, and in this episode, we are working towards purchasing the Farmhouse Bunker and all of its upgrades. We will talk about the reason why later on in the video when we do pick it up, but for now, let's get into how we are making our money. So for those who may not know, the way the MC businesses work is we first purchase or steal supplies. Those supplies over time are then made into product, which we could later on sell for a profit. So the active part of the business is buying or stealing the supplies, and then of course, selling the supplies eventually in a sell mission. But the actual process of turning those supplies into product is completely passive, meaning we don't have to do that much work to make millions of dollars this week. Now, of course, each business has 3 upgrades that we could purchase with it, and I always purchase 2 in particular, which are the equipment and staff upgrade. That's because they make the process of creating product a lot faster, and your product is then worth more. And because of that, we are able to purchase supplies every single time and be profitable. So what I've been doing this week and what I'm doing for this video is I'm purchasing supplies for $75,000. And once that batch of supplies has been turned into product, I will then be selling that on for a profit. And I will always sell after only one batch of supplies have been made. And that is because if I were to do that for all these businesses, I will be guaranteed 1 to 2 sell vehicles for the sell mission. If I go past that point and I have more product to sell, I will get more sell vehicles, and for some of these missions, it will literally be impossible to finish them as a solo player. So to start off the video, I actually had to sell off the stock that we already have in these businesses, and luckily for us, I had been restocking these pretty regularly because I was using them alongside the street dealers. But of course, this week we're doing their individual sell missions to maximize our money. So I started off with a Coca-Cola sale for $420,000, which is actually the amount that can be made from one batch of supplies, which is insane. And it's one main reason why I suggest you guys to get these businesses this week if you haven't already. They're also on sale, which is awesome. So we did that first sell mission for 420 grand, and it took us 25 minutes to complete because we did get the absolute worst sell mission, the post-op trucks. These are the slowest cars, I swear, in the entire game, and going up and downhill in these vans it takes a lot of time. It's painful, but we did it in just under 30 minutes for 420 grand. I then went on to do a sell mission for one of our other businesses, not the MC businesses. It is the Acid Lab, which is also 1.5 times money this week, which is incredible. So I sold it in an invite-only session and made $502,000, and we got the easiest sell mission, so it only took us 5 minutes to complete. I also made sure to quickly do the 2 time trials for the week to total $350,000 made in about 15 minutes. They were not too difficult, so that was some easy cash for the week. And finally, it was time to do the sell missions for the other 3 MC businesses before we got into our regular routine. So the first business we did afterwards was the Blue Stuff Lab. We did a sale for $535,000, and it only took us 20 minutes, which I'm telling you guys, these businesses are making us so much money. And mind you, the supplies for each one of these only cost 75 grand, And for this business, for example, it only takes like an hour and 15 minutes for one batch of supplies to be turned into products. So the amount of money we're making this week is just adding up, and you can see how much we are making just by the numbers that I'm showing you guys here. Next up, we did a counterfeit cash sale for $283,000. Once again, only taking us about 10 minutes. This was a lot faster of a mission. And of course, the final business was the green farm, which we sold for $338,000. Took us about 20 minutes. This was one where we had more stock left over from previous weeks. And I made sure to resupply each business when I was going through before I did my sell mission, which meant that the Coca-Cola lockup was almost done going through its first batch of supplies. Before that though, I made sure to go over to my nightclub, collect $200,000 from the wall safe, and re-up our popularity so that we're also making $50,000 every single in-game day in passive income. Once we did that, we took care of another Coca-Cola sale for $315,000 this time. I don't really know what happened there. I may have just not gotten the right amount of supplies, but it took us 15 minutes, and I'll take that money any day of the week. And at this point, we had made a few $1,000,000. Like I said, we're racking up the money this week. So we then went on to purchase the Farmhouse Bunker, which was a big deal. Now, the reason why I made sure to purchase this bunker was because its location is actually crucial for the sell missions. Now, in the past, I've always said that most locations for these businesses don't really matter. But in the previous episode, you guys may have seen that we did a bunker sell mission that we actually weren't able to complete, even though it was the best type of sell mission. And that is because our bunker was way up in Perico Forest or Perico Bay, and we had to drop off the product at the very bottom of the map. So that mission made me realize that getting a better location for the bunker is actually crucial and very important for our money grind in the future, because if we purchase a specific location, we will be able to fill up our bunker all the way and do a complete sell mission just by ourselves. And that location that we ended up picking up was, of course, the Farmhouse Bunker. Now, the reason why this location is so good is because it is right next to the highway that leads directly into the city. So this is a crucial location to have. And if I get the right sell mission, I can do all 3 vehicles by myself with the bunker, which is great. So we made sure to pick that up, but of course it was like $2.3 million. We did get some money back from our Perico Forest bunker, but we also had to repurchase the equipment and staff upgrade, which boosts how much money you could make per each round of supplies. So we took care of that. It was a few $1,000,000, but I'm telling you guys, this was a very smart purchase for the series, because I'm also hoping that the bunker will get a double money update soon, which I'm guessing may be in a week or 2. And going off of what Rockstar has been doing recently, we've got triple money for the auto shops. We now have essentially quadruple money for the MC businesses. I would not be surprised if we see like a triple money week for the bunker, which would be great. So having this strategic location will allow us to prepare for a week that could make us tons of money. So with that purchase, we did achieve the goal of the episode, but I wanted to do 2 more sell missions for the MC businesses just to show you guys how much money we could be making with the 2 best businesses in the game as a solo player. So the first mission that we did was the Blue Stuff Lab, which we sold on $393,000 worth of product after 1 batch of supplies, which took only an hour and 15 minutes to get through. So that was great. We also then did the best MC business, which of course is the Coca-Cola lockup. This batch of supplies took 1 hour to complete, which is so fast. And we sold on the supplies or the product for, once again, $420,000, meaning that we profited $345K. And we got lucky enough that we got the plane mission where getting around the map is pretty quick. We didn't get the post-op vans again. We actually only got those once for this video, so we got really lucky. But you guys can see how we are currently racking up the money with these passive businesses, and I highly suggest you guys doing this as well if you are playing the game and have the ability to run these businesses this week. Of course, in the next episode, we will also make sure to do the sell missions for the cash and the green stuff, which the next episode's coming out this Sunday. But for the cash, I do want to point out 1 batch of supplies will take about an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and 30 minutes to get through and turn into product. and we will be able to sell that on for just over $200,000 in profit. And finally, for the green stuff farm, one batch of supplies will take an hour and about 40 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes to turn into product, which we could then sell on for just over $300,000 in profit. So these businesses are adding up, and if you mix in the acid lab, we're making tons of money. So this is going to be the main money grind for the next video, but the next video is going to be a big one because we will be making $10 million. So make sure to like and subscribe so that you are notified when the video drops on Sunday. I will see you all in the comments and in the next video. Peace.